Hi everyone, GamingNavi and KQJH. We're here with a Halloween special, except this will probably go up tomorrow.
Otsukare, katsukare, kare naru kare. How you guys doing?
And today we just watched Hubie Halloween.
And before going forward, this is our first Seven Circles of Sandler in such a long time because of the effects of We All Know What and we do not speak its name.
And we're playing The Angry Video Game Nerds Adventures because it's a lot like Mega Man. Oh my gosh, they put Granddad on the TV. We're playing this because there's a level based off the horror games and stuff, so we're gonna try and get to that one, so you get to see how this game plays. But yeah, let's get to the movie.
So yeah, Hubie Halloween is the latest movie by Happy Madison Productions and Adam Sandler on Netflix. It is since the end of his contract with Netflix to make 4 movies through the channel. The first one being Ridiculous 6.
I have to say, I was honestly expecting this movie to be a lot worse. Like, not to spoil the movie, but I was expecting worse, given that he said if he didn't get his Oscar for Uncut Gems, that he'd intentionally make a bad movie. And this one, while agreeably bad, at the same time, ironically, was a lot of fun.
Surprisingly, it was, yeah. Didn't really go in this thing with a lot of expectations. Well, then again, the same could be said with Hotel Transylvania, but this one actually got a little better results. Like, it was still bad, but we actually still had some fun with it, and I think this might be a good little seasonal Halloween video, like Halloween movie for us to watch.
Yeah,
probably even in our spare time.
Quinn and I have actually said that we wouldn't mind coming back and revisiting this every once in a while.
Or Ridiculous 6. I'm kidding. That movie was shit.
I actually wouldn't mind that one. That's a guilty pleasure for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've had our fun little, crazy memories. I mean, that is the one movie we had to walk out and take a break, but...
Just like the extras.
But, with Hubie Halloween, I can actually see that happening. I can see that being a thing for us now.
Yeah, make that a Halloween tradition.
A Halloween tradition. That also reminds us there might be a point where we might need to see the rest of the Hotel Transylvania films. I'm not looking forward to see those, though.
I would rather not join part of that one.
Yeah, we hated the first movie, so we're just gonna keep that one. Well,
we're just gonna.
I think we're gonna. We might. I think for the consistency of the Seven Circles, we might need to see the rest. To get the vibe out, get the opinions and everything.
Nagy's gone.
What?
Nagy, the annoying firefly in this game.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it's called instead of Nabi. It's
Nagi. Sounds like Kusanagi or...
Okay,
like a traditional Japanese
Haunted
name.
House. Here we go. Here's the level we're going to be playing on loop.
That's how fitting. Hey.
Oh.
Alright, so back to Hubie Halloween. So the premise of this film is that Adam Sandler plays
Halloween edition Bobby Boucher. We're just gonna keep switching every time we die.
Yeah.
He plays
so
he plays discount.
Let's bring this out. So Hubie Halloween. So Adam Sandler plays a character in the town of Salem called Hubie, naturally.
Hubie Dubois.
Yeah.
Hubie Shooby-Doo.
Hubie Shooby-Doo. that's another joke they make.
Okay, we just pieced that one together. Like, they make a Scooby-Doo joke in there. But I'll be real, I just realized that the choice in his naming convention was Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. So yeah, he plays a character in the town of Salem. And while he has a strong love for Halloween and carries a very weird.
Did you explain why he loves Halloween?
No, he did not.
No, he did. Remember? It's because he's Jewish. So Easter and Christmas were off the list.
Yeah, that was a joke they made at the beginning of the film.
That was also a joke we actually kind of laughed at. It's like, that was a cleverly written joke.
Like the mom said, you loved Halloween from the moment ever since you were knee high, and then Hubie's response was,
"Well, with you, You know, they took out Easter, Christmas, and next Wednesday.
Oh, and not to mention Hubie's character. Adam Sandler continues his usual tradition of playing a character who's not only a underdog, social outcast underdog character, but also with the traditional annoying, humorous, quote-unquote humorous voice. This one, he is more like a crossbreed between Bobby Boucher from The Waterboy and Stanley Wexler.
Yeah.
One of Sandler's contract Netflix films.
Yeah, so overall we had a very interesting experience. Lots of jokes which were pulled off, and we couldn't really figure out why they did some of them, like the line where he and his love interest in the movie. Wait, no, we haven't fully explained the plot.
Let's get the plot out first before.
You can tell it's been a while since we've done this because we're very out of order for this one.
Yeah, we are. But yeah, let's start off with the plot premise and then go into the circles.
So Sandler plays Hubie Dubois. Okay, Hubie Dubois is the biggest Halloween fan in your stadium. Okay. Oh fuck. So Hubie Dubois he gets bullied a lot by everyone in town. Okay. And he lives alone with his mom, and they really love celebrating Halloween. Should I stop with the Hubie Dubois? Oh!
No, I think that was funny.
How long should I keep this voice going? Okay,
yeah, I'll probably put like subtitles.
So
I'll probably put like
focus on the Hubie voice. So, okay, so everything's going fine. Everyone keeps bullying Hubie. That's not very nice. You shouldn't bully people on Halloween, kids. Okay? But so Hubie loves Halloween. So he spends his time really showing how much he loves Halloween. He gives out Halloween word searches. He's an official Halloween hall monitor. He loves to basically show how much he loves Halloween. There's this nice neighbor girl who he's loved ever since high school. Actually, since second grade to be precise. But to be fair, back then, the main plot is that this Halloween something is different. Okay, there's the neighbor coming named Mr. Lambert. I mean, Mr. Lambert's a very interesting person. He secludes himself in his house, he barricaded up the windows, and now an insane person from the asylum broke out who named Richard Hartfield. Or I think it was his name.
Yeah, like Rich... Hang on.
Richard Hartman. Butch Hartman. So, yeah, so that's what happens. He's friends with Richard Hartman. So, yeah, this Richard Hartman broke into the asylum. There's this weird man next door named Mr. Lambert. And why you suck at this game? So things are getting really weird for Hubie, and then suddenly Halloween night comes and everyone starts breaking all the rules. There's kids going out and breaking curfew. There's underage drinking. There's all kinds of things. And
spiking drinks.
Yeah, just spiking drinks, and so Hubie has to try and set all this straight. But all the while, kids start going missing. The adults go missing, and the cops don't listen to Hubie. So it's up to Hubie to figure out who's fighting all the bad guys, okay? He's gotta figure who the bad guy is and not get scared. But the thing is Hubie's a really big scary cat, okay? He doesn't deal with scares all that well, which is funny because his favorite time is Halloween.
Oh, the irony.
So, yeah, there's my best Hubie impression. Oh, wait, there's secrets over there. Keep going. Trust me, there's a secret. Gun.
Yeah, that does sum up the majority of the premise for Hubie Halloween.
Did I do a good job?
I think you did.
Thank you very much, okay? So yeah, that's the plot of Hubie Halloween. We're not gonna spoil the ending because honestly, we actually gotta admit there was actually a bit of a twist at the end.
Yeah, it was.
I kind of didn't see coming. Did you actually hit the checkpoint? Oh, you did. Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's actually a bit of a twist ending, which a party doesn't want to spoil because we kept guessing at what it was. Like, believe it or not, there's actually Rob Schneider in the movie, and we didn't see that one come. Like, we thought he was like Quentin had his theory that okay, Schneider has to be in the movie because it's Sandler, but he wasn't openly in the movie for a good portion of it.
No, a part of me felt like, when they were playing the villain and having the mask, like having him go on, incognito while he's in the
there's this whole point where local farm, their pig named Peanut, reference to ridiculous sex, I assume, gets murdered. And so we see this mysterious guy going around with this mask, and we assume, okay, that's a psycho escaped from the asylum. But then there's this whole subplot, oh, Mr. Lambert, that's the name of a person in the graveyard. So it's very weird.
It is very weird.
And there's just so much going on. You spend the entire movie thinking, okay, this is what's actually happening. This is who the mysterious villain is, and it's kind of like a Scooby-Doo episode.
Almost. Yeah.
Hard to believe I've beaten this game before. Because I'm not showing how good I am. Oh, fuck. They did revamp the level design. I know that much.
But yeah, overall, yeah, they did give us a little fun little Halloween, thrill and spills. Well, pretty good spills, actually.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, shall we get into the Seven Circles?
Let me go open up the Seven Circles. I have to switch where I'm sitting now, so we can go see them.
Yeah,
I'll pass this on to you, so you can play now.
Alright, so we're gonna, as
start off
usual...
with celebrity cameos, because that's the first thing we have on here. And, okay, Quentin, do you remember what our celebrity cameo level was? Why'd you close it?
Why did I just do that? Okay. Alright, just...
Remember, this game's actually supposed to be difficult.
Yeah, reaction. Oh yeah, that's right. Going with the Halloween theme, it was level 31, because, this movie basically, as you would expect, if you've seen a lot of the Adam Sandler movies, you should know by now that he is usually backed up with his whole celebrity alumni gang from SNL, like Kevin James. But some of this wasn't even
a celebrity, like, SNL alumni. Like, we saw freaking Shaquille O'Neal with the voice of a woman in a relationship with Jack Black. There were several scenes where we saw Jack Black and Shaquille O'Neal make out.
Yeah, technically it was indirect making out. They, put it like a sub sandwich or something between,
and then they ate it between each other at the end of the movie.
Which, that was, what? Why? We have...
Steve Buscemi and Rob Schneider, Kevin James. There's a lot more people that we're not mentioning, but...
Oh, also...
Put it bluntly, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, not to mention Adam Sandler's wife,
and kids.
Jackie Sandler and two of their children were in this film. As like a lot of the... Well, technically the daughters were...
Oh, sweet. Oh, you found a secret, but you failed to get the secret.
Yeah, let's get the actors in our...
We don't need the full list, but let's just say there's a lot of them.
Yes. More specifically, two of the major children characters were both played by Sandler and Jackie's daughters.
Yeah.
And then, Jackie Sandler played a news reporter.
Yeah, I want to use this segue to get to our lowbrow humor. You want to know why?
Why is that?
Because a lot of the characters in the movie were dressed as Harley Quinn, including young children dressed in scantily clad outfits.
Yeah, there were a lot of people on both on
they
this...
They had this whole gag in the beginning of the movie of, why are you dressed as Harley Quinn? It's like
what's
the joke supposed to be?
Like, if it's regarding, Birds of Prey, that was, there and gone by the time it was released.
Ago.
Yeah, it was, but see, it kind of just died out, It didn't last long.
I get Harley Quinn's a popular character, but what was the whole joke of them dressing up all the girls as Harley Quinn?
I didn't get that. Yeah, Sandler's wife, another news reporter on the broadcast, and one of the
reporters,
and one of the
kids. Of kids, of various ages. It wasn't just high school girls. They were toddlers wearing that too, and I was like, that is not a child appropriate costume.
Yeah, and what's the joke though? That's the big
joke
mystery.
where some people acknowledge hey, you're wearing the same costume as me. I'm just like, is that supposed to be funny? And then there's just lots of stupid jokes. Like, how about that joke of, I may be asexual, but man, that girl's... Oh,
yeah, that was another random character who was dressed like an Amish character.
Yeah, there's a scene where Hubie and his love interest in the movie have a romantic conversation, and then as she drives off and Hubie's just staring at her driving off, some woman walks up behind him and is like, I may be asexual, but what she said has made me horny. And I'm just...
It's like, what?
That was the weirdest thing they could have said.
And
I would have accepted if she just said something even more random, like bacon, or I would have accepted that and been like, okay, yeah, whatever. But no, she's like, that was the weirdest joke they could have done.
Most random weird jokes. One of them in the movie. I feel like there was something else that really threw us off.
That also counts as our homophobia sin of one.
Yeah, we only put the homophobia circle to one. Just from that one.
Typically, one gag like that, with one gag, we would have not acknowledged it.
Yeah,
but given how out of place it was with the whole movie,
it was out of place. It was completely randomly thrown right in there. It just had to be just.
I can't help but feel like that was Sandler attempting to make this bad, but like at the same time, didn't make it bad, didn't make it good, just made it confusing. Like, okay, you got the save point, you got the save point toaster. Okay, and then let's see. Let's go to the writing. Writing was honestly just kind of interesting. It was like your generic Disney Halloween Halloween movie, but meant for like an older audience. Because like we said, I may be asexual, but yeah, woman's saying some horny stuff.
Yeah, and then there's some other elements we'll get on later in the other sins, but yeah, I'd say honestly, despite the very weird, there were a lot of very weird.
Next used to drink the keg.
Questionable situations in this movie, like what we saw in Ridiculous 6, but despite that, it actually gave us kind of a little fun, a fun little treat. You can say. We said this earlier,
but we actually won't mind next year watching this again.
Yeah,
we had some fun with this one, surprisingly.
We did, we really did.
That was it. That was all that was over there. The R cartridge. So you go back.
It's something.
Why are you going this way? You found all that was over there. And now it's gone. You have to do it all over again. Oh, I know. It's right there.
So, writing.
Oh yeah. So we were just talking about that. It's just your generic Halloween movie, Halloween just festival movie, and honestly, yeah.
It didn't
cheesy, not really unique, but
it's not the forgettable generic though. It's one of those what the hell. It's like what the hell am I watching sort of thing, but it's also that
it's like
little
Evil
sense...
Dead 1, but it's not trying to be scary. It's a failed attempt at comedy instead of a failed attempt at horror. But honestly, I would very much appreciate watching that again.
I would too. And I kind of like the way they set up the whole mystery aspect of who did the how
I feel like they dragged it on a bit too long though. Like, that's my point of view. Like, I don't hate what they did. I do think they dragged it on a bit too long. Okay? Because eventually when they get to the real twist of who did it, I feel like there was no proper build-up or explanation for why it was that person.
But then again,
they did give an explanation, it was a valid one, but... Yeah, and they did have some actual heartfelt moments in it.
It did!
So we actually have to give some credit for that. They managed to put in some actual heart in it.
Yeah, and with certain, I can't really say it's a redemption scene, but like a lot of emotional scenes, especially towards the end, we're not going to say who did it and what happened in the end so that you guys can enjoy it, because I would honestly encourage, if you haven't seen it already, you should definitely, especially if you're an Adam Sandler fanatic, if you haven't seen it, and especially on the Halloween times, we actually still recommend watching it just to kind of see how, mind-boggling, but sort of fun at the same time it really is.
Bro, if you and your Mega Man skills can't beat this level, I'm gonna slap you.
Hey, I'm going with the challenge of trying to bring my thoughts out while also concentrating on this whole game, too.
If it's not challenging, you hand it to me. Because guess what? The next two sins we have are the low ones. Stereotypes at 0, because they actually didn't have any of that. And then product placement of 1.
Yeah,
lowbrow humor of 31 because everyone is a dick.
That's actually punching down.
Yeah, punching down. Okay, I meant that one.
Yeah, punching down.
Everyone
Okay,
is just a jerk, and that's the gag.
So, aside from this way,
I don't know which way because they did change that a little bit. I think that was just a way to a secret.
Okay, so aside from Sandler, the love interest, and the 2 daughters, almost everyone in this town, including Kevin James, are just downright mean-spirited, terrible people. They every time Hubie is going on his bicycle across the street, people are throwing stuff at him.
That's an ongoing gag that whenever he's going anywhere, people just throw stuff at him. Like we saw some people throw a computer at him.
They threw computers, they threw a trombone, they threw an arrow,
a flaming
arrow. It's like
a flaming arrow at him. I was like,
it's like he's not a war criminal or anything. It's like that's like Chicken Little levels of mean-spirited in a way.
It was just a dumb thing they did, and be careful. Well,
he's kind of like what's that story? The boy who they're kind of going through a boy who cried wolf scenario with the whole police and Kevin James and the chief Kevin James.
He scares easily and gets overly suspicious.
Yeah, and I mean, I would imagine, yeah, that makes sense if an entire town would grow tired of that.
Yeah, I'll take over now. Because apparently I got covered for your shit.
Nice. But yeah, we mentioned, they're always throwing things like bags of flaming dog poop,
And,
computers.
he's also got this thermos.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Swiss Army thermos.
Yeah. One of the weirdest, more interesting, sort of significant parts of Hubie's character is that he carries this homemade thermos.
That he made at scout camp. So
Yeah.
meaning he's had this thing since like high school potentially.
So yeah,
And it's multi-purpose Swiss Army product.
yeah. One of the
It can do
uses is,
everything.
one of the uses is to contain soup that he likes, but it also, for some reason,
Has a
has the
grappling
ability
hook.
and capacity and space to carry these functions like a flamethrower, a blow dryer,
A megaphone.
a megaphone, as
A
well,
fully
and
working
a candle,
megaphone. Yeah,
and a candle.
that he takes in the bathroom.
So you've got gasoline and gasoline and soup in the same container.
Yeah.
Even if it were enclosed, that would be a risk. But it's absurd. But it's one of Hubie's defining traits, apart from being scared easily, despite his love for Halloween.
And being the dollar store Halloween version of Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, his voice is, like I said, his voice is basically Bobby Boucher from Waterboy.
Like, he wasn't even trying anything this time. It was clear what he was doing.
Yeah, he's fulfilling the trope of the traditional, quote-unquote, silly voice. Or hilarious voice.
Because he has to try it at least once in a movie.
Yeah. That's his thing.
Oh yeah, we should also probably mention that Sandler has confirmed he wants to make a cinematic universe, a Sandlerverse if you want to call it.
A Sandlerverse.
And it opens up with Hal from Hal L from Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. Oh yeah, at the beginning of the film, if any of you
It opens
who
up
saw,
in an insane asylum
Yeah.
where one of the wardens is Hal L played by Ben Stiller again.
Yeah, just
from Happy Gilmore.
brought to you straight from Happy Gilmore.
So yeah, this is definitely a weird movie.
Yep. So I mean,
There's no Lamonsoff though. That's odd.
Nope, not in this film. There's no Lamonsoff, but there's definitely a connection with Happy Gilmore, considering Ben Stiller's character.
Mimi's coming.
So yeah, there's clearly connections between the Sandler films. I mean, we were talking about this on the way to Navi's place here.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, genuinely just an alright movie. Product placement of 1, which is surprising given that's Halloween. They could have put like every single candy brand in there, but not that much, and none of it was out in the open and overly obnoxious.
Yeah, but you kind of, since it is a Halloween movie and it's Adam Sandler, you kind of do have to expect, some sort of brand of candy.
Reynolds Wrap for some reason.
Oh, Reynolds Wrap. Oh, yeah.
I sometimes feel like we just see like one brand show up for like one scene. We're like, oh, that's product placement. Like,
Oh, yeah, there is
Am I
one-
wrong in thinking that?
No, I also want to mention one thing about the writing, too. The way they introduced Sandler's love interest. I mean, obviously, having him, look at her and panning
She works at the local diner and gives him free soup.
Yes. But also the way they pan the camera to her with the slow-moving, the slow-moving camera and the romance music obviously shows that, that's going to be the love interest.
Yeah.
They did something similar. It's pretty much like how they played Paul Blart Mall Cop. And especially, if you've seen Paul Blart Mall Cop, you know what happens in that scene. He's on his bike he's on his bike across the lane seeing the love interest. Shit, what's her...
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Violet. Her name's Violet, played by Julie Bowen. So yeah, he sees Violet and he's not paying attention to where he's going, and then he crashes his bike into a car.
Heck.
That's basically Paul Blart Mall Cop. And he does that at least twice when he's being chased by kids.
Yeah.
By
For
the
some reason.
local bullies.
Fuck, I keep dying to him.
Now, with the writing, though, there were actually still some funny jokes.
Yeah, we actually have to concede that there were some good jokes. Like we said, the whole I think we opened up. Okay, no.
Yeah.
One of our favorites was this
Yeah.
whole gag where where some kid is trying to prank him in the cornfield. I say like,
yeah.
"Oh, I'm lost," and he's like, "Dad, is that you? Does Mom know you're still alive?" We don't know why, but we found that just extremely funny.
Yeah, I was just about to say. So
Actually, we know why that was funny because it was like the weirdest thing you could have said during that.
Yeah,
it
so
chipped off some of the boss's help. What the frick?
Yeah, but for those of you who watched our review, our Seven Circles of Sandler review of Ridiculous Six, remember when we talked about the one scene that made us laugh, the Boro's going to be pissed? Yes. That scene of Hubie saying, Does Mom know you're still alive yet? That was that moment for us in this movie.
Like, there were some other good jokes in the movie, though.
Yeah, what were those? Like, there was the Does Mom know you're still alive yet scene. I feel like there was another one.
We already discussed the why he loves Halloween gag.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
You love Halloween since you were yay-high. Hey, well, that is because we are Jewish and that can't see Christmas, Easter, and Ash Wednesday. I tried for him to mention Ash Wednesday. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. Of all the Christian holidays I could have picked, Ash Wednesday is not exactly one people celebrate.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we do, but like, not to the extent like, you know, people celebrate Halloween or Christmas. Like, you don't give gifts on Ash Wednesday.
No.
You go to church and you remember, you remember church things. I don't want to get too into it.
Yeah, it's its own. Yeah, it's like all religious practices. They all have their.
They
own
had
thing.
it. That was actually a clever joke he could have made about him being Jewish, and one that wasn't actually bashing on him for being Jewish. It's like a creative joke I would have seen in an SNL skit that he would have written.
Yeah.
So I got it. Okay, you take
So yeah, overall, as far as the writing goes, I mean, yeah, it's cliche. When you see the love interest, you obviously know that they're going to be getting together at the end of the film. But regardless, I think they did play off the plot twist, quite well.
And with some genuine heartfelt moments in it.
Yeah, I mean, there were a few that just felt like they were just a little contrived. Like, something about the ending scene that we'll just keep subtle.
Yeah, there were some, like, the ending scene, a lot of people open up, essentially, and some of them some of them get real and are heartfelt, some of them feel forced, but overall, we had a good time with it.
But yeah,
So
back to the punching down, though, should we even mention that they still act like complete a-holes at the end of the film? And how they just bully him so much? Because that's the thing, he's always being...
One thing I'm going to spoil about the ending is that somehow Hubie becomes mayor. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, that at the end, that didn't really make sense. Like, they didn't... Like,
There's
there
no
wasn't
explanation
even
for
any...
even how they built up to that. It's just a 1 year later segment. He's married to his true love in the movie, and now he's mayor for some reason.
Yeah, like, there's leaving things to the leaving things to the imagination, depending on how well it's written. But then there's also a complete lack of, thought when writing as well. You know what I mean?
You should go grab the keg once you kill Benny.
But yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. I'm following you.
Okay, so does that really cover like most of the writing? Did we?
Kind of
like
does,
the story,
kind of does. So I guess.
And then and then the characters.
I mean, really, the characters are Hubie, Kevin James, the police officer. The mayor is barely a character. There's all the bullies. There's the love interest.
Yeah, not to mention, I think it was kind of cool how Kevin James is actually not an ally of Adam Sandler this time.
Yeah, for once he's actually someone who's fed up with him. So I don't know if that's Kevin James being subtle, giving us subtext of, yeah, I don't want to work with Sandler anymore, or if that was Sandler being like, guys, we're being way too similar. We need to break up the monotony somehow.
Yeah,
Kevin James, you're not my friend in this movie. You got it? Okay.
Either way, that does switch it up a bit. And I'm kind of glad that Hubie Halloween did that.
I heard a lot of people debate that this movie was either good or bad over this month, and honestly, now we're at this point and we've finally seen it. Like, it's not a good movie, but I also want to say it's not a bad movie. Like, it leans towards the bad side.
Kind of like Waterboy.
And you spend more of the time laughing at the movie you spend most of the time laughing at the movie, but not for the reason they intend to. But at the same time, like I said, there is that Halloween charm to it where, despite it not being a good movie inherently, I wouldn't mind watching it again.
Neither would I. We've definitely established that we're going to watch it, like, as a little Halloween tradition.
We're going to try and make this a Halloween tradition. Watch it all together.
Now, with that being said, are there any other, sins that we haven't exactly covered yet?
Nope, we covered them all. Not in...
no stereotypes.
Product placement. We didn't go in order, but we covered them all.
Yeah, essentially that sums it up. So is there any other thing that we can mention about this film? I feel like there's still something left we haven't mentioned. Oh, yeah. There was our reaction to the plot. Like, there were some moments that was like, wait, what? Like, what? Why? I don't understand.
At one point, they have this moment. So as you said, Rob Schneider plays an escaped convict from the mental institute. And you find out that Sandler's new neighbor, Mr. Lambert, also was escaped from there. And Schneider broke out.
So that he can save you.
Yeah, so he can bring him back. And it's weird because in the beginning of the movie, they set up that he must have been this big bad person who holds a grudge, and they try to hype up that, okay, he's here to get revenge on people or something. And we're all just very confused because they spend the movie trying to hype up that maybe he's this big bad person. Press X. You have one beer left. There you go.
But yeah,
they spend the entire movie just confusing us with that.
Yeah, and then that twist, it just didn't really make a lot of sense at first, but then I also do feel like another little bit of sense of creativity in the plot twist. Rob Schneider's not the Rob Schneider's not the bad guy, so yeah, that does break up the cliche.
We definitely made a joke that Rob Schneider was the killer in the movie because he couldn't make a racist stereotype. We will be completely open, we made that joke.
We did.
It's a good thing we're not famous, otherwise Rob Schneider would probably hear that and get mad at us.
Yeah.
And be like, I am not a racist.
Yeah.
Making racist stereotypes, it's like, why you do it all the time?
Yeah, and what about that role you did in The Ridiculous Six, huh?
We don't talk about Ridiculous Six.
We already did. We already did last year.
Or how about when he did Redface?
Oh, yeah. He did that in Bedtime Stories, but that's for another review.
Yeah, long story short, we've made our fair share of bashes on the movie. We've made our fair share of praises for the movie at the same time.
Yeah, we did. Also,
the movie looked good and didn't suck.
Yeah, but our most common reaction towards the film was, what is this movie?
And honestly, don't know.
I don't know, but see, that's also the beauty of it too. We don't know what it is. Well, we kind of do, but we kind of don't. That's kind of the trick about it.
We want to wrap it up because I got to drive you back to Lincoln.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Hubie Halloween. So overall, it's not good, it's not horrible, it's not really that bad. It walks the line, but it's also a very enjoyable Halloween film. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, I think that was surprisingly good.
That was Hubie Halloween.
So. Yeah, so with that being said, well, we will get back to it. Is good to be back on the Seven Circles of Sandler shtick, especially given all the time.
Probably another few months before we make another one.
Yeah, and we'll have to think of, which one we're doing for that as well. But regardless, we're still intending on continuing this, regardless
of continuing a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of things that we haven't been able to get back to because we all know what. But we are...
We can't say the actual word because then YouTube will get pissed at us.
Oh, YouTube's going to be more pissed than the borough. I had to throw that joke in, let's be honest. Thanks for watching our new video of the Seven Circles of Sandler. Please be sure to like and subscribe to both this channel and GamingNavi's channel, and we'll see you next time. 最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございました。この動画よろしければグッドボタンと登録もよろしくお願いいたします。バイバイ、バイ、さよなら、バイバイ。じゃあね。